Meanwhile, let's move on. Let me call on Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. Mr. Jonathan Kingsley, thank you very much for your patience, sir. Please, I would like you to talk to us before we come to Mr. Ike.
Okay. Thank you.
Evening to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for that, submission by Dr. CM. You know, that was, you just eat it. You eat it where, at the head, and you said it the way it is. I hope that they are hearing, yeah, somewhere they are hearing, at least for one, they will know that Nigerians are not fools. It is all Nigerians, not all Nigerians are fools. They are banking on those over 100 million Nigerians. That first of all, they don't even have access to information, and their agenda is to misdirect and misalign their thoughts, their brain. That is it. So, but at least for them to know that whatever agenda they have is not working. I will start by saying, it was this one former British Prime Minister that said Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. See, I want to kind of move away from that, because that word fantastic connotes something good. When you say something is fantastic, you are blending good. You say corrupt, fantastic. It's like you are blending good and evil. You are blending it together. Sometimes it could get people kind of misorientated. They may not even get it. Nigeria is not fantastically corrupt. Nigeria is satanically and brutally corrupt. Take fantastic is a fine word. The English word of fantastic, anytime you use that word, it connotes something good. No, that country is not fantastically corrupt. It's brutally corrupt, because when the lives of people does not matter, that's cruel, that's brutal. On top of it, now to now put corruption on top of it. So that is what that's what Nigeria is. Because when a country is satanically corrupt, nepotism will be the order of the day. Nepotism is just like they don't even see it, and people will now come out and be talking because it does not suit them. Where was the likes of this Usman Buraji, during the 8 years of Buhari? Tell me what Tinubu is doing now that Buhari did not do.
Exactly.
Absolutely none. Tinubu is just taking it. I don't even think Tinubu have even done 10% of what Buhari did, nepotism wise. In terms of nepotism, Tinubu have not. He has just started. Give him the if the Supreme Court, if they dare mess up and get this man to return, the likes of Usman and all of them there, they have just started. Tinubu have not even done anything at all so far. It is simply because they are not getting the positions, they are not getting the appointment. Now they have to come out and be ranting all over the place, using the platform, the public platform, as I said earlier, to misalign, to misdirect Nigerians. And unfortunately, Nigeria have this thing they call, Stockholm syndrome. We forget so easily. We forget so easily, so fast. Tinubu came to, he came in May 29th, barely 6 months ago. Look at the rate of naira to dollar when Tinubu came in, and look at the rate now. Most Nigerians have even forgotten that. Look, they have forgotten. They thought maybe the rate of naira now was what it was even a year ago. That's how forgetful they can be. That's how they can easily forget. They don't, and that's why the system is so bad, right under our nose, and it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse every day. There is nothing. I said it earlier. Everything that comes out of them, everything, each and every one of them, they are all lies. They are all lies. Nigerians can't even get, they can't even wrap their heads around this. These people they just come out every day and lie. What does it take to put the right policies in place for education? What does it take to put the right policies in place for health care? What does it take to put the right policies policies in place for electricity? They use this word power, use it to confuse Nigeria. Call it what it is. It's electricity, it's light. What does it take to get light? They just use they know how to use this big grammar as if when they come out and they use those big grammar, they are talking to non-entities. As if even most of us are not even. When the chips are down, you put it on the table, we're even more qualified than them. And they will come out and be throwing this grammar. They continue using this power. What is power? Call it what? I've not seen anywhere in the Western world where they will call electricity power. I've not seen it. Maybe at least where I live here in North America, I don't see them calling it power. It's electricity. Call it, let the people know, let the poor man, let the illiterate woman, let them know what it is. It is electricity, it is light, and they will call it power. What does it take? Is it a rocket science? You don't need to be, it doesn't take rocket, it's not rocket science to get electricity. It's not, how much does it take to get hospitals fixed? How much? Giving House rep members, senators and House rep, giving them almost 200 million naira to buy. You don't even need that to equip a primary school, for crying out loud. Do you know how many primary schools you will bring up to standard with 200 million naira? One example, when I first came to North America, I was living in Canada, and then my kids were back then, almost about 15 years, 15, close to 20 years ago, my kids were in elementary school, and then I joined this group. They have this group, like what we call the Nigeria Parents Teachers Association. They give them a lot of power, and I joined. I was surprised because those are the people that would design the budgets. That's the parents teacher. They design the budget, what the budget is going to be before they give it to the board. And I was surprised when we are putting this budget together. I was surprised that the money they are mentioning, $20,000, $15,000, in some cases $7,000. Those money were so little to me. But what they achieved with those money, I remember when they wanted to do the sports center, they want to renovate the sports center. The money was less than $20,000 because the job was done. There was no kickbacks. Contracts were not inflated. I was surprised. And when they finished the job, it was close to the end of the school year. They did the job during the summer. When we came back in September and I saw the work, I stay on that place. I say, oh my God, I was thinking that they will be talking of maybe $500,000. I was thinking this thing if it were to be in my country, in Nigeria, that thing they will be talking of billions of naira. That facility is still there today. They spent less than $20,000. Because contracts were not inflated, nobody received kickbacks. It was the exact amount that they spent on it. So how much does it take to fix a primary school, for crying out loud? You don't even need 20 million naira if you want to be true to yourself. How much? And they are doing all these things as if it's rocket science. $1 billion will fix the entire primary school in a state. If you take kickbacks and you take, inflating, the budget, awarding fictitious contracts that are not there. If you really do it the way it is, $1 billion naira will fix the entire primary school in a state in Nigeria. I can say that. If you have spent money on, building stuff in Nigeria, you will know what I'm talking about. In fact, if you use direct labor, No, you are not inflating the contract. You are just awarding the contract to the people that will get it done. You even create jobs. You don't need to take the contract to Julius Berger. There are people all over the state that have their businesses. One-man business. Give them the contract. They will deliver. They can't do that. What does it take to fix primary schools? What does it take for primary schools to have secondary school to have labs? They won't do it because all of them have invested in private schools. So they want the public school to die. What does it take to have just a standard hospital? How much do you need, for crying out loud, to build a standard hospital in a local government? You can Google it now. What does it take to build 100 bed hospitals in United States? It's not up to $150 million. It's not even up to $150 million. And that is the money they distributed. They have spent 10 times, if not 50 times of that in the last 6 months on nothing, on bribing people. What are we talking about? These people have no clue. As long as there is still crude oil to be lifted, as long as they still have crude oil to lift, these people will do nothing. That's all they. That's just all they care about. How much does it take to fix housing, for crying out loud? Peter Obi was talking about the former Minister of Information, the lie man, when he went to Washington to go and after the election, talking rubbish over there. Peter Obi said that money that he used to buy business class ticket and stay in hotel, that he could have used that money to build few blocks of schools in his local government or in his village. How much does it take to build, to give people proper housing, to have housing in each local government? They will be saying it as if it is rocket science. If I put a bunch of high school leavers, put them together, they will manage Nigeria. Put them together, they will manage that country. And these people will come, they will say that with appointment, mediocrity has replaced excellence. Appoint people mediocres all over the place. With all the certificates that they have no clue. Because they are appointed there through corruption. Their paymaster is there. They cannot deliver. They can't do anything. It's just that is the state that we find ourselves in Nigeria now. And to now worsen the whole thing. The hope that we have in the political system, which is a strong and vibrant opposition, is non-existent. We don't have an opposition. Nothing, zero. All these things that this man, Usman, whatever I call himself, where he come now, well, I know is selfish, even though most of the things he stated are obvious facts, but for the motivation behind it for me, is selfish. Simply selfish. If we have a vibrant opposition, these are the role of the opposition. These are the things they're supposed to be mentioning every day. What is called a vibrant opposition? It is your job. It's a daily thing. In fact, you are looking for the government to make a mistake. Your job is cut out for you. You are just looking for it every day. You have your media set up. You are in front of the camera. A week cannot go. You have something. They are not doing anything. They are doing nothing. That's where we are in Nigeria now. Yakubu, the INEC people coming out talking about Yakubu, this and this. I just, again, we all know that Nigerians, we always do things when it affects them. They will come out and they will want all hell to break loose for them when it comes to them. They want people to die for them, for them alone. But when it is for the country, they are silent. Who are these staff they are talking about? All they can say about Yakubu is what he's doing that is affecting them. not about what Yakubu has done that affects the entire nation, the entire Nigerian people. Nothing about that. It is only just for them. And that is Nigeria for you. That is where we are. When it affects them, they will come out. And when they come out, they will use their position. They will use their political power and their platform to come and misalign and misdirect Nigerians. Thinking that Nigerians will be thinking that they are for them. They are fighting for them. We have them all over the place. We have them in the system, in the political system. We have them in the legal system. They are all there all over the place because we've seen SAN. We've seen them, all of them, lawyers, respected lawyers. We know their position as far as the forgery is concerned, because it's not affecting them now. They will just not say it until it affects them. Then they will want everybody to die, all air to break loose for them. Appointment is not benefiting them now. It's not to their advantage now. They're not coming out now shouting, telling Nigerians that it is not right, even though it is not right. Why are you? What is the motive behind the position that you took now? What's the position behind it? It's simply because it's not in your favor. You are not coming out in favor of Nigeria. Because if you are actually coming out in favor, you will be consistent. You will have been consistent. People will have seen it over the past months, your position, so that when you come out now, you will be credible. You will be credible and people will listen. But that's not the case. And this is the primary reason why our institutions are weak. We have weak institutions in Nigeria. Why they will be appointing someone who is just a new graduate, somebody who just finished his NYSC, for crying out loud, to be the chairman of a federal agency? Where does that come from? That is why the institutions are so weak.
Right. Round us at 1 minute.
So that is where we are in Nigeria now. And we have the finest opportunity to put the right man here to set things straight in Nigeria. And they are jettisoning it. I will leave it at there right now, Mr. Elvis. I hope to come back. Thanks very much. I really appreciate the time. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you so much for your passionate submission always.